Hi everyone, my name is Abel Gray Cantoma from GREYTEST Design Consults. This is my WhatsApp contact. You can reach me on this number. Call me on any of these numbers, okay? Today I'm excited to let you know that ProtaStructure 2025 has been released, okay? As you can see, this is ProtaStructure 2025. I was able to use this particular version to come about this space truss. Like you can't get this space truss on any previous version. There is no way you can come about a space truss like this on the previous version. You can see this is a castellated beam and it's curved, but you can see you can't achieve a castellated beam on any of the previous version. So we will be demonstrating what you can actually achieve with ProtaStructure 2025. Although there are some similar features it shares with the 2024, but as for space truss, you can't find it. You cannot also find this castellated beam and some other features that I will demonstrate as we progress. Okay, so let's jump right into it. All right, as you can see, this here has been changed. You can see we have Brazil, Colombia. The very interesting one is the Ghana BS code. I'm really excited about this for the Ghanaians, most especially. BS code for Ghana is actually very much available here in ProtaStructure 2025. That's very interesting. Okay, so I will be using the BS code, and I can name these Prota training or training 2025, and I'll click on OK. Okay, let's allow it to load. All right, so we are here. I will come to my modeling tab. I'm sure most people are familiar with this. I will click on the orthogonal axis generator, and I will leave this as it is, or let me increase this and make this 4 along this line, and make it 4 as well, and I click on OK. All right, so I will pick on my column. Let's say I'm having 450 by 300. Okay. Let me see. Okay, let me just add one by this side. F2. 5 factors. Stretch this. Okay, so I'm going to make this up to, let's say, 7 stories. Yes. And then the story for this, I will make it 5 meters. Go back to story 1. I'll come to my views, right click on 3D physical. Come here, use the type vertical. Okay, so let's say this is what we have, for example, and here now let's have and check out this. I'll use my wall. So if you notice, these walls are all separate. They're all separated. They're not together. So I can merge them together. I select all of this. I can actually merge these walls. Right. So if I click on this wall, it brings out all the necessary informations on wall. So I can match these together. Okay. I know it's still looking more like the versions that you are familiar with. But we are getting to that part where it's going to be more interesting for you. Okay, highlight this. So I did not even specify the width of my beams. I'm going to change them anyway. I will change the properties, like the depth, the cross section specifically. Actually, you can see this one has a coupling beam. Mostly coupling beams are used to for shear walls around the shear walls. So this is the property I would like to use. Hold on shift, go to the properties of this, select this, we're here. I think we need a beam here. Mind you, the purpose of this video is to demonstrate what you can actually achieve with 2025 version of your ProtaStructure. I was able to do an entire overview of the 2024 version of ProtaStructure. So this is 2025. So we are going to be having a proper overview of what we can achieve with the 2025 version of ProtaStructure. Okay, so if you look at this, you can see the loading combination editor here is looking a bit different from that of your ProtaStructure 2024 downward. Okay, so 2025 has changed a bit. So here I'm going to, because I'm going to be having a steel member, so I'll also select combination for steel as well. So I will click on OK. You can see this is ultimate limit state. This is serviceability limit state. You can see ULC for ultimate limit state. You can see this is actually a new feature that has been added. So you can see you have for reinforced concrete, you have for steel as well. So serviceability limit state for reinforced concrete, serviceability limit state for steel. Okay, so that's basically what it means. So that is that. I will do my loading here. Okay, so I will come back to my slab here. At this level, I'll be using 150. My loading. So say these are rooms, for example. Let's say this is residential, for example. So just going to have this way. Oh, sorry. Cantilever. One. Oh. Let's see with one. So we use balcony. This is the. I'm just going to have. I'm going to have a cantilever this way. So let's say I have a cantilever this way. Okay, so we are good to go. I'll generate this. Okay, so we are here. I can close this. So this is what we have. Let's go to the edit load, and let's add some wall load to this. You can see the good thing is with this 2025 it keeps track of the previous loading you have imputed in probably a previous job. So you can see this is still here. It has not actually changed, which is really good, I must say. Let me show you something you can really do quickly here. Let's say without selecting any particular member, you can simply go to your loading editor. If you come to your load editor, you can see it brings this particular level, because on the ProtaStructure I'm in level 1. So because I'm in level 1, you can see everything about level 1 is what is showing here. The self weight, the life load on the slab and all, you can see that is what is displaying here. If you zoom closely, you see triangular load, trapezoidal load, and all of that. All right, so I will come to my wall load. I come to my wall load. Let's say at this level, I'm just going to be having the normal wall load, that is your concrete walls, okay, for a 225 size of wall. So I'm going to be having this. By the time you just highlight, you can see that load is displaying here automatically. So I can simply just click on yes to save. You can see the wall load has been added. Sorry, I am in the wrong level. This is story 7. I don't want this load on story 7, so I can just undo that. I can undo that. Let me go to story 1 instead. So I can simply go to my loading, go to load editor, and I can come to my wall load. Once I'm here, I will just highlight it. So this is story 1. You can see it's written boldly here, story 1, very important. And then I can just simply close and I will save. All right, so you can see the wall load has been added to this particular level. Very easy. It's way more easier to achieve. Okay, let's go down to, I will try to add some more columns here. So if you notice, you will see I don't have to really manually impute the cross section again all over, because it keeps record of the previous information I must have typed in, right? It keeps it. So let's go to story 3. Let's go to story 3. So we are in story 3 now. At story 3, let me have those columns here on story 3. So let's say I want to reduce the cross section of this column to be 300. 225, 300, or 230. Some of those blocks that we use, some of them are 230, some are 22. Most times they are 225, but when you add plus those finishes, it becomes 230. So I will do similarly here. I will add my beams. Now, this is where these coupling beams really come to play. You can use that to actually connect where you have two, like a shear wall. Okay, it's very important. This is where it really comes to play. This wall coupling beam is for walls. Okay, I can use that to I believe this feature is also very available in the 2024 version as well. So these entire beams that I have done, let me insert my slabs. I just want to be sure I did not really select any member that I'm not supposed to select. Right, I will generate this from here to 6. Right, I will click on OK. Alright, so I will click on close or close this. So you can see our model here. You can see what we have. So similarly, I'm going to my story 5. Sorry, at here. I'll click on story 5. So I just want us to have a case where all of these are not on the same. There are cases where you can have where you don't have a flat land, and probably based on the architecture, you can see you are going to be having like a staggered kind of foundation. Okay, so let's have another column here. So we will have for this one, I'm going to make it a bit bigger. These columns here, I will make it a bit bigger because of properties. Okay, let us have our beams. So one thing I realized is with this higher version, you can actually bring about your model way more realistic compared to the previous versions. Your models can be closer to actually what is going to be on ground. So this one will just be a slab. Let's insert a slab. Then I have 150. Let's say I'm using a room. Let's say I have this as okay. So let's generate this to story 6. right, good. So we're here. Um, so let's say at this, from this, let's say from this level upward, we are going to be having a glass, okay? So as to reduce the weight of the building itself, right? So we are going to be having a glass instead. So let's come to story 2. Story 2. I will go to loading, go to loading editor. So if you come to wall load, now if you click on this drop down menu, it gives you, there's a tempered glass panel, there is a laminated glass panel, there is a float glass panel, right? So you can actually pick based on the type of glass you want to use. So whatever glass you want to use, you can just click on that particular glass, just highlight, and then you close and you save. So you can see it's becoming way more realistic, right? So similarly, we can just go to story 3 and do the same thing we did. I'll go to, you have to switch to the particular story first, and then go to your loading, go to loading editor, and come to your wall load. You can see the informations are still here. So if you look at this very well, you realize that the wall unit weight here is 0.13. The average load 0. You can see that the weight here is actually different from when you are using uh, the when you are actually using the wall, which is the concrete wall, right? Yes. So similarly, we'll go to story 4. So but this is based on the architecture anyway, so it depends on how your architecture comes. But you as the engineer, it's your responsibility to make sure your design is safe and also economical. um let's go to the loading, let's go to the load editor. Wall load, and I will do the same thing here. Just highlight this, and I will try to close this. I will save changes, and we are here. I will do the same thing. I'll go to story 5, and I will highlight, and sorry, I'm not supposed to highlight this. I'll go to the loading, load editor. Okay, so we've come a very long way so far on this model. Like I told you, I'm also going to be adding some steel members. That is why I actually made this one 400. Is deliberate because I am going to be using some steel members around here. Okay. So I'm going to see you on the next episode of this ProtaStructure 2025 overview, because we'll try as much as possible to touch on everything that has to do with 2025, give you a little insight of what 2025 can do for you. All right, I'll see you in the next episode.